If you ever looked for a job online, you probably know the most famous websites like Indeed, Glassdoor, and LinkedIn. But the big problem with these big job search engines is that millions of people use it daily. You probably struggle to get interviews submitting your application simply because job postings get flooded with hundreds of resumes in less than 24 hours through these websites. And sometimes, and this is especially true with Indeed, you waste your time applying to jobs that were already filled, but the companies just forgot to remove them from Indeed and other websites. So, are there better websites that let you target the jobs that you are truly interested in and that will give you more chance of landing an interview? Yes, or else I wouldn't be making this video, right? Hey, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Matty. I'm a career coach and consultant helping you land more interviews, but ace more interviews. In this channel, we talk about interview prep, consulting, and job search, just like in this video. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss any future videos. In this video, I'll show you my top 5 job search engines and websites that you probably never heard of or used. And I personally believe that these websites do a better job at showing you the exact jobs that you're looking for instead of you scrolling forever to filter manually the jobs that you're interested in and the others that you don't care about. These websites I'm about to present also give you more job postings that you will never find on Indeed and other more popular websites. Indeed, Glassdoor, and others use Google most of the time to retrieve job postings. And if you're not familiar with how Google works, their algorithm retrieve what they think is relevant based on a lot of factors that have nothing to do with how great the job is. So sometimes great jobs at great firms can be buried by Google simply because of its algorithm, meaning less people apply to them, meaning you have more chances of landing an interview if you spot them. Thankfully, these websites that you're gonna see in this video do a great job at finding those less popular job postings. But before we start, hit the like button so that it helps this video get seen by other people and help them as well find and land more interviews. So let's start. Number 1 is Career Builder. Career Builder has been around for 20 years and that proves its efficiency. Compared to Indeed, this website takes job postings directly from the company's websites, which help you reduce the back and forth between job search websites and companies' websites. The first thing I like about Career Builder is that it gives you a company overview right inside the job posting, meaning you can quickly see if the company is a company that you're actually interested in, compared to Indeed where you just apply out of despair and then hope that this company is interesting and that you're not wasting your time applying to them. Next, I love how their salary advice is set up. It will give you the average for your own city, but also for the whole country, which is super helpful for salary negotiation and also to not go after roles you know the salary is not up to your expectation. The graphic is self-explanatory and I think it's legit my favorite feature in this website. And the last thing worth mentioning is their app that uses augmented reality so that you can see the office of your future job before even getting the interview, which I find personally nice. Let's move on to our second in our list, Flex Jobs. This one is super relevant in our current time just because if you're looking for a remote job or work from home job, this website is the best one. And I think this website will give you more interviews than all the others, and let me show you why. When you click on Find Jobs, it automatically asks you to choose the industry you're interested in. No wasting time here. Let's say I click on account management and boom, it gives me all account management jobs. And since it's remote, the location shouldn't be your first criteria, but you still have access to it. What I like most here is that they even give you company accolade next to the job title, meaning if the company won any awards like Best Employer of the Year, they'll let you know right away. So you can browse any jobs that you want, but the downside, but for me it's an advantage, is that you have to pay a small fee if you want to actually apply to the job. And think about it, if you have to pay, automatically some people will just move on to another website, right? So you will have more chance of landing an interview because less people will be applying to these jobs. And it's cheaper than a regular meal you would order from Uber Eats. So imagine paying 15 bucks to get a 50 to 70K job. I would say yes every day. Next on our list is Workopolis. I think Workopolis has the most interesting filters out there in my list. It lets you filter by salary, distance, and job type. I remember out of school, I wasn't considering any job less than 50K, and that was my personal preference. And if I had known about Workopolis, it would have saved me so much time because sometimes you will get to the first round interview, second round interview, you've done like all the research, and then at the end they'll tell you the salary and it's out of your range. So you wasted a lot of time. So with these filters, it will help you land and target the specific companies and jobs that you really want. Another great feature is seeing the benefits and the skills you need right at the top of the job posting. And it makes tailoring your resume resume easier for these job postings because you already know all the skills that they need, right? So you can easily add them and add specific examples and bullets to answer those specific skills. You can also easily choose what company you go after based on the benefits if that's something important for you. But small note, this website is for Canadian jobs only. So if you're interested in working in Canada, that would be for you. But don't worry about that because all the other websites in my list are for US people and international people as well. So speaking about international postings, let's move on to the first one in our list, Simply Hired. I think Simply Hired is the biggest website among my list, and that's for a reason. The first thing to notice is you can choose your country right off the bat and it will direct you to your local website. The feature that struck me the most is that it saves your search easily. So if you're looking for jobs every week, you don't have to retype everything and remember all the filters that you used last week. You simply click on the job search. When you're browsing job postings, you have star reviews next to the job title, helping you choose the best employers right away. And just like Workopolis, you can see the skills and benefits at the top of the job postings too. The last thing I like about Simply Hired is their salary estimator, simply because it gives you related jobs as well as their salaries too. So if you think you're going after a too senior role, you can always downgrade using this table or vice versa. So moving on to our last website of our list, Opportunity Feed. So this one is actually an app and not a website, but it is the most reliable and complete app out there just because companies have to actually pay to put their job postings in there. So no scammy jobs, updated job postings, because as soon as the job is filled, they'll just remove it because they don't want to pay extra, right? And you can find only relevant jobs out there because no one will pay to put random jobs in a job board. What I like too is that you can find all sorts of opportunities, not just jobs, and that's why it's named Opportunity Feed, by the way. You can search for scholarships, internships, volunteering opportunities, as well as networking events. Everything you need to land your next role. Now, even if using these websites will help you a little more in your job search, if your resume is not top-notch and tailored to those specific job postings, you will never get the interview. Meaning, even if you guys are applying to a compelling job, if your resume is not tailored and if your resume is not selling your skills and experience in a nice way, you will never get the interview. So if you want to learn exactly step by step how to make the best resume possible at this current time, tailored to the specific jobs you're targeting to make HR managers and companies say wow and then call you for the interview, then you will want to take a look at my CV guide. You will find all the resources you need, including templates, sections, how to write bullets, and more inside this guide. You can download it for free in the description. Let me know in the comment section which website you didn't know in my list and which website are you going to start using first. If you want to learn about 5 mistakes you are currently doing in your resume probably and that are hurting your chances in your applications, then you will want to watch this video here. I'll talk to you in the next video. Ciao!